Tanner, I just had my checkup at the clinic.
I see. How was it?
So far, things are looking fine. And they said pretty soon I should be getting over my morning sickness.
I see. Oh, that's good to hear.
Sure is. I feel a lot better hearing from the doctor again that everything is still going well for the baby. I was a little worried for a while because recently, due to the morning sickness I've been having, I haven't been able to eat much.
You're throwing up in the toilet almost every day. Hearing you gag like that all the time is really bad. Just having to listen to you makes me not want to eat anymore.
I don't think you really have to say that right now. I'm not throwing up like that on purpose after all.
I know that. But having to hear that all the time doesn't make me feel good.
I'm sure it doesn't.
And recently, due to you not faring very well, you've been slacking off from the chores, right? When you get back from that clinic today, would you please use the vacuum cleaner and do a little bit of cleanup? Get over in the bathroom especially. All of your hair is piling up on the floor in there.
Sorry about that. Due to my hormones all becoming unbalanced, some of my hair has started to fall out more easily.
So I was right about that before. I was starting to wonder for a bit why your hair was getting so thin lately. It's made me start to lose interest in you a little. Just the feeling of your hair right now is horrible. All dry and tough.
It's not like I can help any of that right now. My body is changing a lot right now with the baby.
So what you're saying is that being pregnant normally causes one to go bald?
Well, I think that all depends on the person. There are all sorts of things that can happen to one to make their hair begin to fall out like this. But from what I've heard, most people begin to worry about their hair after having their baby rather than during their pregnancy.
What? Are you serious? So there's no doubt you're going to go bald then. Jesus. Thank God I'm not a woman.
Hey, what's going on with you right now? I don't think those are things you should be saying to someone who's currently pregnant. This baby that I'm carrying right now happens to be your baby as well.
I'm sorry. I am thankful for all the work you're having to go through right now.
I don't think so. Recently, you've been getting on me about not all the chores getting done as well. Even though I've told you I don't feel very well sometimes. You're starting to make me feel bad about something I can't control. It's starting to really stress me out the way you talk to me, so please cut it out. I already know a lot of this is not fun, so I don't need you calling me gross or yelling at me.
Could you be getting all worked up right now because of your hormones?
I just told you to stop making fun of things like that right now. A lot of what you're saying right now would make me upset even if I wasn't pregnant. This all has nothing to do with my hormones, but about the fact that you're not being kind to me.
Okay. I won't say anything else about you then. Just as long as you start getting better and do all the chores. Seeing all the hair of yours on the floor makes me want to gag.
A lot of that isn't just my hair.
I'm just saying that most of it is. So make sure it all gets cleaned up. I'll be home today around 7 p.m. or so. Make sure dinner is ready for me by then.
Okay. But are you really going to be coming home at that time today? Just the other day you said you'd be home early, but in the end you didn't make it home until 1 in the morning.
I'll be home as soon as possible today. I want to take some time to relax today. I want to watch a movie or something and have some beers to drink. Can you make some snacks up for me to have with my beer tonight? Please and thank you.
Tanner, what time are you going to be getting home today? You haven't really talked to me at all today, actually. I'm trying to figure out right now what to do about your dinner.
I'm really busy today, so I won't be home tonight.
What? Again?
I have no other choice right now. I have things I have to get done here.
Do you really have to work all night, though?
Are you trying to say I'd be doing something else tonight?
The last time you came home from work late, there was a receipt to a female clothing store in your suit pocket. You bought clothing that was close to $1,000 in total.
That was clothing I bought for someone at work who's going to be leaving the company soon. Some of my coworkers joined me to pay for those gifts for her.
Really?
I'm being serious. What? Do you think that I might be cheating on you or something?
You and I are both married now, so I wouldn't like to think so. But there's always a chance that you're being unfaithful right now.
Stop it with all that thinking, then. I would never do something like that, Denver. So would you please stop thinking of something as ridiculous as that?
But Tanner, recently you have been coming home late very often. And sometimes you even end up staying at work all night and don't come home until the next day. Up until recently, you never had to stay out that late or stay the night for work.
I'm busy at work right now, though. I'm working my butt off right now for our life together, alright? And it's not like when I have to stay the night at work I'm going to a hotel or anything. That would be a waste of money that we really need right now. I either stay at the office all night long, or I go and sleep out in the car. I want to work this much in order to get a promotion soon. So that when you have our baby, I'm bringing in even more money. So would you please stop thinking that I'd be cheating on you? Hurts my feelings that you'd think something like that of me.
I'm sorry, but I really am worried about you.
Well, before you continue to worry about things like that, maybe you should be doing what you need to do. Ever since you got pregnant, you've always claimed that you're feeling sick and lay around all day. This has left most of the chores in the house from ever being completed. And when you start to claim things are really bad, you barely even bother making anything for dinner.
Well, none of this is something I've asked for. I didn't want to become this sick from carrying our baby.
And I've told you already, I get that. You have times where you aren't feeling very good, and I have times where I have a lot of work to do. Both of us have things going on. Would you stop complaining about me already? Unlike you, I am very busy with things. You're the one with all that time on your hands, so stop trying to tear me down.
That's not what I've been trying to do here. I'm just worried about you.
Whatever. You're making me all stressed out by talking to you. You have no idea what it's like to be a man. I think you should be a little more thankful that I'm the one going out and working for us every day. Who is to thank for you being in that nice warm house?
I'm sorry, Tanner.
After I finish work tomorrow, I'm coming home to get some new clothing. Make sure there's a new suit and shirt ready for me to get changed into.
Are you going to head right back out after changing?
For the time being, I don't want to be around you. Having to come home to someone like you who's always sick will never give me a chance to rest. While you're on your own from now on, I think that it would be a good chance for me to rethink some of what you've been doing. I want you to stop thinking that just because you're pregnant, you should be getting spoiled. Thoughts like that are just not true. You're nothing special compared to everyone else that's actually working.
Tanner? I have something I'd like to talk to you about. Make sure you come home to talk with me today.
Today's not going to work for me. You have something you'd like to talk about, then text me it.
This is something very important, though.
I'm the one that'll decide if it's important or not.
So you really don't seem to care about myself or the baby then, huh?
I never said anything like that. So what's this about? What do you have to say to me?
Tanner, you're having an affair, aren't you?
Huh? We're back to talking about this? You're being a dick now.
If you'd like me to be a dick, then I can be one. I already have all the evidence I need of you being with another woman.
What kind of evidence could you possibly have of that?
Videos of you going to another woman's house? And pictures as well. I asked someone to go out and investigate you, and this is what they brought me.
You asked someone to investigate me? Huh? You really had nothing better to do, do you? I thought you were too sick right now because of the baby. Is that not the case? Do you have all that time to be thinking about me cheating on you? And you could be doing the dang chores.
I've been doing the chores.
Well, you haven't been doing them as nearly as well as I'd like you to. The other day when I stopped by the house, I had to look in the bathtub and all your hair was tangled up in there. If you're gonna leave things a mess all the time, then maybe I need to find myself a new wife.
You haven't tried to defend yourself about the cheating on me yet.
If you have evidence of it all, then there's no point in fighting back. But listen here. I have a very good reason for why I started to cheat on you.
And what could that reason be?
You have turned into a complete mess and a turnoff, so I've had to find myself someone else that can please me. You think I want to be around a balding woman like you?
So that's what this is about then. Then you and I are getting a divorce.
What? You're going to divorce me now? Is that alright with you? Don't be pulling my leg here.
I would never pull your leg on something as serious as this. I have no reason to be married to a balding and cheating man like you anymore. Being around you has only been stressing me out even more and could probably lead to me balding someday.
Huh? Who are you calling a balding and cheating man? You're the one losing your hair.
Tanner, have you still not noticed anything yet? You're the one that's balding as well.
What are you even talking about? I am not going bald.
So you really have no clue what's going on with yourself. You're starting to look like a monk with the way your hair is going. And so much skin under that hair.
Huh? I am not going bald!
Later on, you should take a look at the back of your head in a mirror, please. By the way, you have always been complaining about all the hair on the floor and in the bathtub drain. All of that has been your hair. I understand that due to my pregnancy, I have started to lose some hair. You're losing even more than me because you're getting old.
Just because you're going bald doesn't mean you can start to make fun of me!
I'm just stating the truth is all. I was never going to tell you about any of this before because I knew it would make you feel sad. But I never thought that the balding man would start to pick on me for losing a small amount of hair.
So, you're just gonna keep talking to me like you're in elementary school. I'm done with you. I cannot stand the person you've turned into. And that's why, just like you've asked for, we're getting a divorce.
You're the one that's been picking on me this whole time like you're a 10. Calling me disgusting all the time because I'm pregnant now and have to deal with all sorts of problems, and I've just had to learn that you're having an affair. Treating me like you're my bully when I'm the one carrying our kid for you. I am just as fed up with you as you are with me.
Now let's get on with this and hand in the divorce papers. I wasn't planning on coming home today, but I guess I'll have to now. While you're still being a total witch, I'll sign those papers and get rid of you for good. Denver? Right now you're back at your parents' house, right?
What do you want? I told you to go and talk with the lawyer about things like the child support you owe and the divorce.
No, wait, this isn't about all that. I've started to worry a bit about the kid.
I don't need you worrying about my kid.
But that's my kid as well, right? I have to pay for it after all every month.
And?
Has the kid been doing all right?
They're fine.
I see. And how about yourself?
Like I said, I don't need you worrying about me any. You never seemed to care about me back when we were married. That was your time to worry, but you never did. So why do you care about me now?
Denver, I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Excuse me?
I was lied to by the woman I was with. I thought that she was really in love with me and that we'd be able to stay with one another forever. But just a little while after the divorce, she ran off and left me. She was only with me for my money. After the divorce and the settlement you got from me, she realized I didn't have much money left and ran away.
You're a real idiot, Tanner.
I think so as well. Even she told me I was balding. And told me she would never be able to love someone who was going bald. I was an idiot for falling in love with a jerk like her.
So that shocked you to the core, right? Well, that's what you were saying to me before, right? I guess the tables have really turned this time.
I'm sorry. You were the one that was always thinking about me. I really wonder why I wouldn't cheat on you with another woman then. Right now, I really regret what I did to you.
Well, ever since the divorce, I have been feeling wonderful again. That's because I was finally able to get away from the person that made fun of me for being pregnant. I'm not regretting a single thing that's happened.
I really am sorry. I've learned not to do anything like that ever again. I've been thinking about why I was never nicer to you while you were pregnant with my child. That's left me regretting a lot right now.
Well, it's all too late now.
It's not too late! I've finally come around to understanding that I was the problem! You're the one person I should be caring for more than anyone else! I get that now! Right now I'm starting to feel the same sensation of love I had for you back when I married you!
Hold on a sec. Why are you getting all worked up like that? You and I are divorced now. You are nothing more than a stranger to me now. And I should be the same way to you.
But you and I never ended up hating one another, right? I understand that what I did was horrible. But just because we had the divorce doesn't mean you and I have lost feelings for one another just yet.
I hate your guts, though. There's not a single person I hate more than you, Tanner.
That can't be. I know that back during the divorce I was upset with you as well, but I never stopped thinking about you after that.
Listen here, do not compare how I am feeling right now to the way you are feeling. Can you do that for me? I had to spend months listening to you talk horribly about me. I didn't just come to hate you like I do now in one night. I had to sit through so many instances of you making terrible comments about me and leaving me in difficult situations back home. That all compounded over time and led me to hating you. And all of that hate for you isn't going to magically go away now.
But you had always been in love with me then, right? I will make you love me again. From now on, I will only think about you and the baby and not a single other person. You will be the most important person to me, and I'll make sure to handle all the chores of the house. You don't have to do anything.
Even with you saying all that, I don't want to go back. You think I could go back and marry someone I hate? Could you do something like that? You really think that after all I've been through, going back with you and being your wife again would make me happy?
But we used to be married, right?
And that was before I began to hate your guts, Tanner. I had to worry about a lot of things like my health, the baby's health, my hair falling out. And yet when I looked towards you for comfort, you turned me away and made me feel even worse about my problems. You didn't even try to make me feel alright. Ever since then, I've been wondering why you ever chose to marry me if you were just gonna treat me like that.
I am really sorry about all that.
You don't have to worry about apologizing anymore. No matter how much you apologize, I'm not forgiving you.
But this is truly how I'm feeling right now. Please, allow me to apologize.
So, you're still going to ignore how I feel? Stop trying to push how you feel onto me just to make yourself feel better. I don't need your apologies anymore, and I don't want to go back to you. Those wounds on my heart will never heal easily, and what you've done to me will never be forgotten.
But I really will change for you. Back when you weren't feeling good during the pregnancy, I felt as though you didn't care about my needs any. That all made me feel lonely. That led me to becoming a real jerk and then me cheating on you.
So now you're going to use my pregnancy as your excuse? That is what makes something between you and I impossible. I am so happy that I got to be divorced from you then, before having my baby.
Denver, just forgive me. I will never hurt you again. I will make sure to live for both yours and the baby's sake.
That's right, you will. That's why you're going to continue to work and send me that child support in the mail every month. That is your only responsibility to us now. You and I are nothing now, and I don't have any other feelings besides hate for you. I think you need to learn just how bad of a person you were to me, and then you might begin to understand why I don't want to go back to you. Stop acting like just because you were once my husband, I'd still want anything to do with you still. After that, Tanner came all the way out to my parents' house to apologize to me, but before he could get to me, my parents yelled at him to get off their property. Their yelling and screaming really put the fear of God into his eyes, and after that day he never once came around me or even contacted me ever about anything again. I don't get how he thinks apologizing to me will ever fix anything, because I've already moved on from the life I had with him. After being thrown away by the woman he cheated on me with, Tanner developed a distrust towards women. He is no longer able to go out with women anymore, and I think he's going to be alone for the rest of his life now because of that. Honestly, I think it's a good thing he can't talk to women anymore, as that does a massive service to all of us. To me, the only reason that man should live is to pay for the child support my baby deserves. Besides that, there should be nothing else expected of the man, and he should live his life in hiding, thinking about all the wrongs he's committed. And from there, he should live in regret for all he's done for the rest of his life. After that divorce, I gave birth to a very healthy baby boy, and right now the two of us are still living at my parents' house. Taking care of a baby is a lot harder than even I had thought, but I'm making it all work out. I get tired quite a lot from it, but every time I see my son's smiling face, I gain all my energy back. I know that I'm still an amateur when it comes to being a parent, but being able to make my little guy happy has given me a lot of confidence. I plan to stay at home and not find work until my son turns 1, so for the time being, he's going to be my only responsibility. Of course, after getting back out there and working again, I'm still going to make him my #1 priority. Luckily, I'll still have both my parents and some of my friends around to help me take care of my son, so I won't have to worry about leaving him alone too much. As long as he's happy with the life I'm giving him, then I think I'm on the right path to having a small and loving family. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Harrison, I was just curious if you were home yet.
Oh, hey Amanda, sorry I'm so late. I'm just about to come home now, actually.
Don't tell me that you've really been out drinking this whole time.
Hey, come on, you know that my buddy at work, Sam, is going through a divorce right now. I think he really needed this night to let off some steam. I was just worried about him, so I wanted to make sure that he got home safe before I headed back.
I understand that you're worried about your friend and all, but I feel like you've been coming home late more frequently for a while now. And what that means for me is that I'm the one who was always having to watch our kid and take care of the house and stuff like that. Do you think you could at least try and come home a little earlier to help me with Emily?
Wait, what? Are you serious? You want me to do stuff around the house after I've been working all day? You know how tired I am after I come home.
Are you telling me you really don't want to spend any time with your daughter after work at all? We've talked about this before. Emily is our child, so we both need to be the ones parents for her. Got it?
I know. It isn't that I don't want to spend time with her or anything like that. It's just that she's a little girl and she wants to play with dolls and have tea parties and stuff. I guess I really just am not into that as a man, you know?
Can you at least just be in the same room as her and keep her company while she plays? I mean, she's 4 years old already. She needs to be spending time with her dad as well as her mom, you know? If you don't spend time with her now, then just think of how she'll see you when she's going through puberty or when she's an adult.
Yeah, but that's not gonna be a long time. I doubt she'll even remember being this age by the time she's older.
I think you would be surprised by how much kids remember, Harrison. And besides, even if she doesn't remember, that's still not a good reason not to spend time with your own daughter. I would think as parents that we both would want to spend as much time with her as possible.
Oh, I know, but ever since we've had her, she's all that you talk about ever.
Well, yeah, she's our child and she can't take care of herself. What did you think being a parent was going to be like? Do you really have so little interest in helping me raise her?
That's not what I want. I care about Emily just as much as you do. But look, you have to see it from my perspective because I grew up with only brothers. I don't really know how to interact with a little kid, you know?
Well, do you think you're ever going to learn by not spending more time with her? Maybe before you worry about your friends from work, you should be worrying about your family back home first.
Okay, I get it, jeez. I'll try and make sure to come home early and play with the kid or something, okay?
Don't try, Harrison. I want you to do it. Starting tomorrow, I want you to give Emily her baths and put her to bed. I also work, remember? And just because I work from home doesn't mean I can do everything here. I want to have time to actually be able to concentrate on things that I need to do.
Wait a second, from tomorrow on, you want me to do that? Like, as in every single day?
I mean, if there are times where you can't, then that can't be helped, but yes.
Okay, no, you're just being ridiculous, Amanda. I mean, what about the days that I have to stay late at the office and work overtime?
I just said if you have something come up, then we can figure out a way around that. But normally you should be getting off work at least before 7 most nights, right? So then you can come home, bathe Emily, and then put her to bed.
But then what am I even gonna do? How am I gonna have time to eat dinner if I'm so busy doing that?
Okay, then. I can be the one to put her to bed if you want to cook dinner while I do that.
You're acting as if I never do anything for Emily at all.
Okay, then. Tell me how many times this month you think you've played with Emily.
If I had to guess, it would be, 3, maybe?
I hope you're not counting the times that I went out grocery shopping, Harrison.
Okay, alright, you made your point already. Now I'll set aside some more time in my schedule to play with Emily, okay?
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. Now, I am going to try and get some work done before I go to sleep. But I'm serious, Harrison. I really do want more help around the house, okay? Harrison, are you home right now?
Oh, sorry, I just had to step out real quick to grab something. I haven't really gone out shopping in a while, but I need a couple pieces of new clothes.
You told me that when I got back from my parents' house that you would play with Emily, remember?
Oh, shoot, I totally forgot about that. My bad.
So then you'll come home and play with her. You promised that you'd take her off my hands for a while. Besides, I have an appointment at the hairdresser this evening.
Hold on a second, you want me to come back home right now? But it's my day off and the weather is really, really nice.
And what does that have to do with the fact that you said you would do this for me?
Oh, come on, am I not allowed to get a little sunshine every now and then? I don't see why I gotta rearrange my whole schedule just because you want to go and get your hair done.
Do you even remember the last time that I had an appointment to get my hair cut? Because I do. It was 8 months ago. But I know that you always make sure to make time for yourself to go every month or two.
Okay, but that's because I have to go to an office and keep up appearances. You just work and do stuff from home. I don't even see the point of why you have to get your hair done. Just go pay someone to cut a chunk off when it gets too long, you know?
Harrison, I have been looking forward to this for 8 whole months now. You told me that you would be at home to take Emily from me. You promised me. I am feeling really betrayed by you right now. I mean, just how am I supposed to feel like we're raising our kid if you can't even do this for me? At this point, I might as well just move back in with my parents because they would help more than you.
You don't really mean that, do you?
I mean, I really do think about it sometimes. You have no idea how hard it is trying to work from home while keeping things clean, doing all the cooking, and raising our kid. And all the while, my husband is almost never home, and when I do ask for help, you just complain about not knowing how to play with girls.
Come on, this isn't fair at all. You know that I only had brothers.
Do you remember when you said that to our daughter's face? She asked if you would want to play a game with her, and you said that you had better things to do. You didn't even bother to see the look on her face, but she was just crushed.
Well, I didn't mean to hurt her feelings or anything like that.
Well, you did. You're an adult, and you need to be more careful with how you talk to her. Kids are sensitive, and the things you tell them affect the kind of person they'll grow up to be. She wants to play with her dad, and you're the one who refuses to.
Okay, I understand. I promise that next weekend I'm going to take Emily and we are going to have a fun time. I'll think of some place to go and then I'll play with her, okay?
You really mean that? Because I don't even think I can count on my hands how many times you've said something like that just to forget about it later.
I'm telling you, I swear this is going to happen. I will play with Emily and she will have fun and I will be a good dad to her, okay? I really do want her to enjoy being around me, and so I want to get to know my daughter more. So just please, don't say things like you're thinking of moving back in with your parents.
Okay, Harrison. I'm going to trust you this time. Next weekend, you are in charge of handling Emily, okay? Don't break this promise, because you won't be getting another chance after this one. Harrison, just what the heck is going on here, huh? What in the world are you thinking?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you want from me, but I'm busy right now, okay?
What am I talking about? I am talking about our daughter, Emily, of course. What in the world is wrong with you? She was looking forward to spending time with you all week, and now she's back home and soaking wet.
Well, didn't she tell you when she got home that I had some business come up?
I heard all about it. You told her that you need to work and sent her home crying. Didn't you realize that it's pouring with rain outside? More importantly than that, how could you make our 4-year-old daughter walk all the way home by herself in the rain?
Okay, enough of this 4-year-old thing. She's almost 5.
Almost 5 is literally still 4. And I wouldn't want a 5-year-old walking home alone in the rain either. What if she slipped and hurt herself? What if someone took her?
Oh my god, you worry way too much, you know that? It was such an easy walk home, there's no way she would have gotten lost. And so what if it's raining? Kids love playing in the rain. I'm the one who has to work, so why don't you feel sorry for me, huh? Besides, she made it home, didn't she? What's the big deal here?
Okay then, Harrison, tell me what work you had to do that was so important that you had to send your daughter home by herself. Because I don't remember giving you anything to do today.
What's that supposed to mean? And she's not my daughter, she's our daughter.
This is George.
George? George who? What the heck is going on here?
George isn't your boss, George, that's who.
Wait a second, George as in head of sales, George?
Yeah, your boss. No, what is this talk about you having to work on your day off?
Wait, I don't understand. What's going on here? Is that really you?
Yes, it is. And if you're wondering what I'm doing here at your house, I saw your daughter crying on the sidewalk and asked her what's wrong. She told me that you were supposed to play with her, but that you said you had to work. I walked back to her house, and now your wife is running a bath for her as we speak.
I'm so sorry, boss. An important client called, and, they said they needed something from me right away.
Oh, really? Which clients? I'll call and double check.
Oh, no, you really don't have to worry about doing something like that. And the whole business is already over, so it really is okay.
No, I want to know. Who are you doing work for today?
I can't remember the name, actually. Let me look it up. I just need some time.
Give me a break already. You weren't doing any work at all, were you?
I mean, I kind of was.
You know what, Harrison? I've actually been meaning to ask you something for a while now.
What is it?
How do you know our star salesman, Bell?
I don't really know him at all. He's just a coworker, really.
Somehow I really doubt that. She told me that his kid got injured and that he needs to take work off tomorrow. Are you really sure that you have nothing to do with that?
Me? Of course I don't have anything to do with that. How could you even ask that?
I hope not, for your sake. No, I want you back here at your house in 10 minutes, got it? I know the hospital where Belle's kid is. But if you really have nothing to do with that, then you'll come back here right away.
Amanda, please, you have to forgive me.
Why? Why in the world do you think that I would let you off the hook for what you did?
I just wasn't thinking, I swear.
You were cheating on me, Harrison! With someone from your work!
I know, I don't get how the other people in the office found out about us. But I really wish that you weren't suing Belle. I just don't see how she'd be able to pay.
You mean you think I should just let the woman who was sleeping with my husband off the hook? She knew that you were married, didn't she?
She did, but she's a single mom, and I don't think she even has that much money to begin with.
And just what do you think that has to do with me? Why are you trying to make her the victim in all of this?
I'm not trying to make her the victim here, but I just think that we all made some mistakes, you know?
Are you kidding me? Did you really just say that? The only mistake I made was ever trusting you, Harrison. You really think that I'm going to let you and your side piece off the hook for nothing?
Come on, she has a kid. You don't want to kick someone when they're already down, right?
And just what about my daughter, huh? And I say my daughter because you are no father to her as far as I'm concerned.
Amanda, I'm really sorry for cheating on you, but please, we can't just divorce because of this. We have our family to think about. But Belle was a single mother, and I just felt really bad for her. I only agreed to help watch her kid. I didn't think that this would happen, though.
I can't believe you're trying to excuse your own actions right now. You really chose to watch this woman's kid over your own child. Do you like her kid more than Emily? Is that it?
Well, Belle has a son is the thing.
So it has to do with the gender of the child is what you're saying.
No, it's not that at all. But Belle is always saying how she doesn't know how to play with her kids since she's a woman and he's a boy.
You two are both full of the same excuses, aren't you? No wonder you two get along so well. Well, don't worry. After we divorce, you can go and be with her for all I care. And if you love her so much, you can pay for her lawsuit, too.
But I don't want to divorce you, Amanda. That's what I'm trying to say.
Are you listening to me? I don't care at all what you want. You betrayed, threw our daughter out into the rain, and then went on to go watch someone else's. Why in the world do you think I care at all about what you want?
No, I was just torn up about what to do. And when I heard that Belle needed help because her kid got injured, I just acted without thinking, you know?
And your actions were to put another kid in front of your own. You are no father, and you're no husband.
Come on, Amanda, don't be like that. It's not that I didn't want to play with Emily, but this is important too.
You mean being there for the woman you're cheating with is more important than being there for your real family? I don't see what was wrong with bringing Emily along to the hospital if you and Belle were really just friends. But instead, you broke her heart and put her in danger.
I'm sorry, I just wasn't thinking at all.
Clearly! Now I want you to come and get your things soon.
Please, you can't do this to me. I really am sorry. You have to take me back. You can't just tear apart our family like this.
The only one here you can blame for tearing apart our family is you. You lied to me over and over and never showed once that you really cared for our daughter. Instead, you cheated on me and prioritized someone else's kid over your own. What is even the point of keeping a family like that together?
Please, it'll never happen again, I promise. You can trust me.
No, Harrison, that's the whole point. I can't trust you. You are not a part of this family anymore, and I never want to see you again. A few weeks after that, Harrison and I finalized our divorce. The news quickly spread around to both of our families about what had happened, and no one blamed me for ending the marriage. Belle quit her job and moved back in with her parents. Now she works a part-time job and is paying her debt to me bit by bit. As for Harrison, he couldn't get over the shock of losing me and his life began to fall apart. Although he couldn't be fired for what he did, his work performance dropped so much after I left him that he was eventually let go for that. Meanwhile, I moved back in with my parents who were waiting for Emily and I with open arms. Emily is going to be starting elementary school, which means that I'll start looking for full-time work. It's tough being a single mother, but I'm grateful to have such a supporting family behind me.